and a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to our brand new series, which we are thrilled about. This is the first of a mini series that we are using to kick off our community.
This is sort of what this is about. We want to be in one-way, two-way communication with you guys. This is the entire reason why we're making it.
So what can you expect from these mini episodes? They are going to take a slightly different structure than our long form content, and they will come out on alternating weeks, which means that if you're a community member, you can get new content from us every single week. It'll come out on Mondays, just like you have been able to expect from us thus far. These are mini episodes, so we're going to aim for like 15 minutes.
Top.
And we're setting them in 3 parts. So part 1 is a bit of a personal anecdote, perhaps something that we're working on in our own lives, something that we're inspired by, something we're struggling with. And we might tie it to tangible tips and strategies, but it's really a goal of ours to be a little bit more candid, laid back, low-key, conversational. Part 2 is going to be a challenge or a question directly from us to you. And then part 3 will be listener questions. Okay, let's jump in. What are you inspired by right now? Or what are you working on behind the scenes, outside of the podcast camera, in-face, mic, near mouth?
There's been something that you've been saying a lot lately on the podcast and off the podcast, which is like, there are no rules, right? Like we can do whatever we want. And sometimes we feel like we have to be doing a very certain thing, even with this, looking at different, Patreons and other videos from different creators. And it's like, this is our reality. We can do sort of whatever we want. Mm-hmm. So behind us, I was like, how do we spruce up the space and make it really give it some identity? Because our apartments, it's nice, but it's kind of minimal. So I'm like, what can we do? So I love music, and I want to be able to talk about music here. And Sam is
down the romance fantasy rabbit hole sure.
Went from reading 0 books, a year. And I'm not shaming you. You say that literally. Self-obsessed to 27 this year, 26?
Yeah, I've read like 28 books this year.
So behind us is a record called Ground Swim from a band called Sinai Vessel out of Tennessee. And my favorite song on that record is called Guest in Your Life. You should check it out. And I just want to be able to plug cool bands that I'm listening to that I really love. And so that's why we decided to put some namesakes and some identifiers behind us. And we also have one of your favorite series behind us.
Yeah, If You Know, You Know. And also that book specifically.
Which is?
Oh yeah, I guess not everybody's going to watch the video. So for those of you that are listening, behind us, we have A Court of Mist and Fury, which is from the whole ACOTAR series. If You Know, You Know.
I'm inspired by the words that we just sort of elaborated on, which is like that there are no rules. And that we can do exactly what we want, whenever we want, however we want to do it. Mm-hmm. And so can you. And that's, I feel like, hopefully what you get from this is we want to inspire you to, to create your own community, to be a part of this one, and to do the things that you really want to do. And so, yeah, like going out for the last few nights with my camera to a new neighborhood and just taking photos and getting familiar with the space has been a lot of fun and really freeing. And I feel like we don't give ourselves that permission or that space to just explore and create new experiences for ourselves. Like you could really do anything. And I mean, even like, for free, like just walking around and seeing a new thing is a beautiful experience. And so I'm really excited about doing that. And at the same time, coming up with ideas to bring this community to life and to bring the new Return to Real Life event to life. I think it's really important and really powerful. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm excited about those things quite a bit. So
I would consider your photo walks play too.
Yeah, it totally is play.
Yeah, which I loved.
And gives you alone time, gives me alone time. Mm-hmm. That's good.
I think something I'm inspired by lately is we've had a couple of conversations this week around the layers of friendship, sort of seeing friendship as like an onion or like like a labyrinth where there's your inner circle, which is not a ton of people, like the foxhole's small. Mm-hmm. And then there's layers of acquaintances or people that you pass by or people that you went to high school with or whatever. And thinking about like, what are those layers for myself? What are the expectations of those layers? And where are there gaps for me? Like, what kind of people am I looking to bring into my life? Or what relationships do I want to nurture from one layer to the next?
Mm-hmm.
Here's our challenge for you, part 2. Pause this episode literally right now, and the first person that comes into your mind, send them a voice memo.
It could be a really short one. This is inspiration from a event that we went to, and this guy's speaking to thousands of people at one time, and he said, before we get started, I want you to take out your phone, and the first person that you think about that means the most to you, text them and tell them that you love them and how much they mean to you. And that was extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm. And we're being intentional here with
the voice memo.
Saying voice memo, yeah, because we have really kind of been disenchanted with texting lately. I honestly am just going to own it. I'm kind of a shitty texter. And sending voice memos just feels much more authentic. I feel like I can get more across. I can hear more from my friends. And it just, I don't know, it fits my life a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been obsessed with Marco Polo. So just don't even get me started on that rabbit hole. But I think it's really meaningful. It's really important. And if you're listening to this episode on 2-speed, still pause it and send a voice memo.
And we are obviously trying to keep this quick. That is sort of the point. We know that people's attention spans are short. And we also just want to give you some things that you can take with you and run away with them and do something with them. So the third part we think are the most important, which are listener questions. We actually had way more listener questions than we thought we would get.
Yeah, we can't cover them all in 15 minutes, which is a great problem to have.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And I want to be able to put names to the people that answered the question, that asked the question, but we'll do that at a later time. But I think that representation is important. And some people would rather remain private, and that's okay too. But I'd like to get started on the first question that we will ask each other, and then hopefully you can answer yourself in the comments.
Yeah, so what we're going to do with these listener questions is we'll give you all the questions, but to listen to the rest of our answers, that will be available inside of our new community. So here are the questions, and we can't wait to see you inside the community so you can hear our answers and give us your answers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The first one is, how do you deal with doubt in friendships, like imposter syndrome, but with friends?
That's a good question. Next question is, right when you wake up in the morning, what do you think about?
Okay, the next one's a hefty one. What does loyalty look like, and how is it misinterpreted?
What does loyalty look like, and how is it misinterpreted? That's a great question. The last question is, this is a good one.
This is my favorite one, maybe.
I like yours. What's your best dinner party question?
We got more questions than that, so we'll probably hit them in the next episode. And for future episodes, if you're a community member, you can submit questions to us. If you did not pause this episode to send a voice memo to your friend or the first person that came into your mind,
do it right now.
Do it right now. And while you're looking at your phone, we would really love it if you could press follow or subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to. We're learning that that's a really, really excellent way to support us. And if you have something nice to say, we would love for you to leave a review on Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. We love to read your reviews, especially the nice ones. And we can't wait to see you inside the community.
We're really, really excited, guys. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.